Welcome. On behalf of the Hunter Group, LLC, and the International Film and Movie Licensing Authority, I'd like to thank you for your interest in translating web pages for us and assisting us in taking this website to a multicultural environment. Up front, I'll apologize because today I'm going to be using Google Translate, and I know many of you are professional translators who are translating this content for us. Yet I'm not a translator, but to show you some of the different changes, I'll be using Google Translate to move some of our text. So to begin with today, we've gone to www.ifamla.com, which is the International Film and Movie Licensing Authority website. And by default, it will bring you to the English page. It does have context for your browser language, so if you are coming from another language, it may jump you directly to that language, or if you've already logged in with a specific language, it should take you back to the language that you used the last time you were at the website. As you can see, we have our home page, everything is in English, and we're going to go in and translate it. For the sake of our translations today, I'm going to be taking the English and translating it to French. So when you are actually accepted for the translations, you'll be given a user ID, and that user ID will be specific to you for your translation language. In this case, I've created a generic user ID French, and I'll be logging in with that name. Now when I log in, notice I'm still on the English pages, and it says that I'm the French translator. The system will show you your actual name at the time that you log in. I'm going to go ahead and click on French, and notice how the web page will actually change. When it comes back, it's going to show me the web page with the controls changed at the top. Notice it's added in the ability for me to edit the page settings, add new pages, and change some basic tasks. You shouldn't really do anything with this upper page except for edit the page settings, and we're going to come back to that later. But for now, let's just leave this alone, and I'm actually going to minimize it up here at the top. So you can see I'm on the French site. I'm on the French homepage, and two of our group of texts below have already been translated into French. I did translate these with Google Translate, so if they're not accurate, I apologize. We're actually going to go down and translate this third document, or third module, and bring it over. This is a more complex translation than the ones above because they do have embedded hyperlinks. We're going to actually walk through how to deal with hyperlinks as we translate the page. So to begin with, let's go in and select Edit Content. I just hovered over that down arrow for the menu to show up, and then I selected Edit Content. That brings me to another page that allows me to edit the content. Notice at the current time, I have the master language, which for our website is defined as English, up at the top. Down below, I have my editing window where I can go in and modify the content. In this case, notice I have my hyperlink here to click for more information on copyright issues and laws. When we do the translations and we have hyperlinks embedded, we're going to chunk it up into smaller pieces. So from here I'm going to translate this top piece, and I'm actually just going to cut and paste that over to Google Translate. And it gives me the French translation. I'm going to highlight my French translation, cut it, and paste it back. And then I have my French translation in place. Now, I know you'll be typing the translations and dealing with the punctuation and everything as you move, but it's important to note that I'm not typing this click here for more information on copyright. I'm not typing into that space. I actually need to go in and modify that space so that when I'm adding characters to it, and I'll add a letter, notice that that A is not in the same color as the rest of it. So I'm outside of the hyperlink. So I actually want to go into the hyperlink to where the C is, and now if I hit backspace and press A, notice it's blue. This shows me that I'm modifying the text for the hyperlink, not the actual document, or not the text outside of the hyperlink. This will allow me to keep the hyperlink. So I'm going to move down, not going to include my period, and I'm going to copy that text, jump over to Google Translate, paste that in, oops, I forgot my C. And here it gives me the French translation. I'm going to grab my French translation, copy that, go back, and paste it into where I was. Really, that didn't do what I wanted it to do. I actually want, I'm going to go back up here to the A, get two letters that are blue, and paste it in between those two letters, and then clean up where I had those mistakes. I'll show you that again down below when we do the contact us down here at the bottom. So once again, let's select the text that's not part of the hyperlink, copy it over to Google Translate, paste it in. It gives me my translation. Copy that, jump back, paste that in place, and now once again I'm just going to take the contact us page like that, copy it over to Google Translate it, paste it, oops, and that if you're not familiar with Google Translate, you can click down and it will actually show you more options. We're going to go with that though. Copy and paste it. And this time I'm just going to click right next to the C and then paste my content in there and then clean up around it to preserve my hyperlink. And then we're going to do this last section. Copy. Still working with my cutting and pasting of the non-hyperlink text. And since I have it from above, I'm just going to go ahead, drop into the hyperlink, erase my C, put it in my page, contact day, new, oh, misspelled there, new, and clean up my text. Once I'm done with translating all of my text, I can review it, review the text up above, and then I'm going to come down here to the bottom and select Save. And now it will take me back to the prior page, and you'll notice my text has been changed to French. Now I can go in, and this time I'm going to choose Settings, not Edit Content. And we're going to change the Don't Pirate Content at the top. It's going to bring me to the module title. I'm going to translate that. Then I'm going to look and see, are there other translations for the entire setup? It just likes that one, so we'll take that. Jump back over, paste that into place, and update. Now once this is updated, it takes us back, and notice my title has changed and all of my text has changed. So I've been able to translate a single module. Now I'm going to go back into Settings, and I think I'm at the wrong spot, so I may not be telling you the right place. And I'm pretty sure I'm not. So we're going to go someplace else, and I'm going to show you how to do this. What we're trying to do is we now need to go in and show that the modules have been translated. I've translated all 3 modules. I'll go ahead and translate this top module, just this, some of our content providers. Copy that, paste that in there, and update that page. And since those were just logos, I'm not going to worry about translating the rest of them. So here I've translated all of the content on my page. And so I'm going to go into the settings of the page where we talked about earlier. So I'm going to click this down arrow and click on the Edit Current Page Settings there to the left. Now when I first came to this page, it originally, like these others, was home, parentheses, lowercase fr dash uppercase fr. But I went in and changed it right here to be a cool. And then I added the translations for those, for the title as well. And the title is what's going to show up here in the tab when someone comes to the website. But we're going to go down here to localization. Now on the page that we're on, I have 4 modules that needed to be translated, and I've translated those 4 modules. So I'm going to click on all of them, and by clicking this top checkbox, it should change all the other 4, it's thinking, so that they're all checked, and then I'm going to mark them as translated. And notice they now say translated. And since all 4 of those were on my one page, the entire page is translated, so I'm going to check this box up here, and I'm going to click Update. Now, if everything is translated on the page, we ask that you not click the Publish page. We would like for you to contact us so that we can actually have the page reviewed, just to have another set of eyes review the page. But for the sake of this presentation today and to show you how things will work when I'm logged off, I'm going to go ahead and publish this page. And once the page is published, I come back. You can see all those different elements. It's translated. All the pages are in place. And I'm going to go ahead and go back to my main page. So now, once again, all of my different elements on my page are translated. So I'm going to go ahead and log out. And it keeps me in the French context. The only page that I have officially translated is the home page. That's why it's the only one that shows up. And I've published those changes, so now all of my changes on that first page can be seen. The logos aren't able to be seen because that information hasn't been released from the overall website yet. But that's outside of your control. The last thing I wanted to show you on this page is where we have a link that has English text in it. In this case, we need you to send us an email saying that on the home page, you need to have the graphic that says click here to license your event now changed, and provide us with what the text should be to go into that graphic, and we'll change that. So this has been a brief presentation of how you go into our website and, using the controls within the website, translate different modules and sections of the website. We appreciate once again your interest in helping us with our translations, and we hope that all of our work together will make the International Film and Movie Licensing Authority a successful venture. Thank you very much and have a great day.